What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Wolf Glick. I don't know who cares about that, except for me. It's my name. It's very important to me. Anyway, today we're going to be doing something a little different. It's not that different, I guess, but it is a little different. For those of you who don't know, somebody within the Pokemon community went very viral recently. And it's actually a really cool phenomenon. I don't know if phenomenon is the right word here, but it's been a very cool experience to watch. And that person, I guess just spoilers, is Simone Lim. From Singapore, who recently won the Oceania International Championships in the junior division. And I don't know, like, I've seen a lot of people outside of our community, outside of the Pokemon community even, not even like the hardcore VGC community, but I've seen a lot of people talking about her victory and what this means, and it's nice to see a lot of like positive press around Pokemon, and so I figured I wanted to make a video on it because, you know, this is somebody from within our community who should be celebrated, right? And I think even beyond the reasons that are obvious, right? Even beyond the reasons that kind of the general community is talking about, I think this competitor deserves to be celebrated. And I don't know, it seemed like weird to me that people outside the community were really like celebrating this competitor and her story, and people like that I wasn't gonna do a video on it because like this is my community, right? Like I want to celebrate her too. So anyway, so I'm just gonna give you guys like kind of all the context, and then we'll talk about it in a little bit. This is from my stream. We'll make I didn't realize. Sorry. Was this? There's two wolves right now. I apologize. I watched the moment live. I wanted to show you. This is just the last turn, but this will set the stage for I think part of why the clip that went viral did, and why, like, part of, I don't know, why people like it so much. This is the turn. Tyranitar's on its last life, but it is boosted. This is the last turn of the game. Well, spoilers. It's the last turn of the game. Rhyperior goes for Protect, a risky play from Justin. If Simone calls it, second to last turn. Dusclops could go down. Crunch! Into Dusclops. Will it survive? This is +2 Tyranitar. Does not survive. Is it a critical hit? It's not. That might be the game. Simone might be your 2020 Junior Division Oceania International Champion. Let's see. Can Rhyperior hang on? It doesn't have that much health left. I hope I didn't say anything dumb. That was a play for sure. It was a 50-50. Superpower comes out. Justin extends his hand. That's the game. Well played by both players. Very well played. Oh, sorry. You guys probably want to watch. I'm in the way. Simone, no reaction. Oh, but they look happy. Prime Vulture, thank you very much for the sub. Oh, that's so cute. It's super cute. Oh, I wonder if that was family. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so that's part of the moment. She also had a really nice interview afterwards. I think also just full disclosure, I believe I said her name wrong. I had rushed back to get the stream on time. So I think I believe it's pronounced Simone. If I'm wrong, I really apologize for that. But yeah, so it's a great victory. And so actually I'll talk about kind of what it means to the Pokemon community a little bit more, but yeah, so basically, then I think it was actually Slasher. So Slasher, obviously, extremely well known within the esports, I guess just community, like online in general. But let's see if I can get these in order. So Slasher started talking about this as well. He shares the clip. Says this morning, 7-year-old Simone Lim won a major Pokemon Junior Championship, beating out a field of older, more experienced kids, upsetting the tournament favorite champion, #1 seed in the final, and doing so with an incredible read to earn her the title. Esports is for everyone. And actually, you know what? So I was doing some research for this video, and some people, like, the story got twisted a little bit, but what Slasher says here is completely true. Like, he encapsulates the whole thing very well. This is 100%, everything he says here is true. And like, assuming that she's actually stabbing, because I don't know that. But yeah, like, most kids do well in the junior division. I feel like I actually don't know for a fact if this is true, but I feel like it tends towards to like the older, like 9 or 10, which is about where you cap out of the junior division, depending on what year you're born in. And JMR, who we'll talk about in his story, was the #1 seed and was definitely the favorite, and definitely the person who was expected to win. So yeah, and that was a hard read. This game comes down to a 50-50. Simone has to attack either the Dusclops or the Rhyperior. If she gets it wrong, she loses. And to make that kind of call and that kind of prediction is very difficult, right? And I think that if I was in Justin's position, I would have done the same thing, right? I think I 100% would have done the same thing. I would have said, you know what, like, my Dusclops might level +2 crunched. It feels safer. Like, I don't know Dusclops calculus that well, but I don't know. That feels like, I feel like Justin made, maybe there's not like a right play in a 50-50, but I think he made a good, like, the play that I would have made. Whether you think that's that's the right player, that means that's the right player, the wrong player is a different story. But yeah, anyway, so Slasher was the first person that I saw talk about this. You can see this tweet got 60k likes, which is a lot for something for Pokemon, right? And he follows up, she does the job right, tags Gabby and Rose, who were the commentators on this, and shares this tweet afterwards as well, saying, "This little girl champion from Singapore represents a hopeful future for gaming and esports," right? And I think, and that's really the narrative here, right? Aaron hugs people, lots of positive feedback. So the other thing that I want to talk about is all of the press around this is so positive. It's honestly like bizarre to see. Like I haven't seen. I was looking through. I just went on Twitter and searched Simone Lim, and was reading like all the things people were saying. It was all very, very positive, which is very cool. He then goes on to just say a little bit more. It says the real face of the person owning you in ranked matchmaking, which is cool. And then we get more. And so then I don't know if Slasher was the first person. I tried to figure it out. I couldn't figure it out. But I don't know if Slasher was the first person to like kind of share the story, but he was the first one that I saw, and I wouldn't be surprised if he was the first one overall. And now Twitch, Twitch is very big, right? They, 6.3 million followers, shares this. Aaron Zhang. You hear Gabby and Rose on the commentary. Sorry, I know you guys can't hear. I can't make it any louder without messing up my whole audio levels. But basically, they share this whole ad here, talking about sharing some of her moments. She says thanks to her friends. Yeah, my coach. Yeah. So I don't know. Like having Twitch share, like I don't know if I've ever seen Twitch share a Pokemon clip at all, right? So this is a big deal. IGN, obviously an enormous website, writes an article about it. We can take a look at it. I haven't actually looked through it. I believe it's just kind of more of what we've been seeing, right? Really positive praise about this, sharing some more information. She was 3-2 in Swiss, so that's that's tough to come back against, especially against Justin. I don't know if Resistance was the reason that she cut, but normally with 3-2 it is. But yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe in juniors it's different. But yeah, just kind of this IGN article, just whole 5-hour tournament here. I don't. I hope the tournament was longer than 5 hours. Yeah. Totally lost my train of thought. But yeah, basically more just saying what we already talked about. But what I guess what I'm getting at here is you got IGN, you have Twitch, you have Slasher, right? We have this tweet from Jason, who current Minecraft former, works at Minecraft. Sorry, brain off, and it has 110k likes. Yeah, he's talking about wholesome esports, right? So this is interesting. We got some more. Ryan Watts here with 360k followers. Gaming head of YouTube, right? That's a big deal. Says, how could you not love esports? Congrats to 7-year-old Simone Lim. Upsets an entire field of Pokemon contenders and won a major Pokemon Junior Championship this morning. Can't describe much. I love this. Go Simone. Thanks for sharing this Slasher. So again, this is part of the reason I thought Slasher was the first one to do it. Then we have One Esports sharing an article on it. Cheddar Esports as well. This is wrong. Just JMR is not 14 years old. At all. The junior division is kids 10 and under, 9 to 10 and under. So the fact that she's 7, you can't play anybody more than twice your age. But I don't know. I'm still grateful for them for sharing. And then we've got some more articles here as well. This is on Dot Esports. So yeah. Yeah. Wait. That's so funny. One of my friends texted me and said that their coworker is a fan. That's funny. Hello to Mel's coworker. That's really funny. Yeah, so basically this is similar, just kind of recapping what happened. And then the last thing I want to talk about before I kind of give my own input is if you go through here, and I went to Twitter, I searched Simone Lim, right? All of these are all these everything you search, everything that I've seen has been super, super, super positive, right? Positive, like not even just like the media outplaces it, right? But just the people talking about it. All this is like congratulations, like so wholesome. God bless this little girl. Yeah. So I don't know. It's I think I get. Wait, where do I want to go with this? Go to Slasher Suite. So there's a couple. Here. I'm just gonna give my thoughts on the whole thing. First of all, it's really good. It's really good for Simone. It's really good for the scene as a whole. A lot of people don't know that competitive Pokemon exists. Like most of the people who I tell, like, hey, like I play Pokemon competitively, over half the time I get like, oh, like Pokemon Go, like how does that work? Which actually now there is competitive Pokemon Go, so but that's not people don't know about this stuff existing. So just kind of the reach on this and the fact that so many people who are big, like a lot of the names that I've been sharing, you know, are very, actually, I think all the names I've been sharing have been are very, very big and very relevant in esports and are followed by a lot of people in other scenes, right? So, the fact that, like, that Pokemon is getting some recognition and some exposure, I think is really good for the whole scene. I think Simone's victory does a lot for us, right? I don't necessarily think it's like, oh, now Pokemon is, like, going to be seen as, like, an established esport, right? Or anything like that. I mean, Pokemon is kind of in a weird spot in terms of being an esport or not. I don't think that's really what you guys want to hear about, so I'm not going to get too into it. But, you know, it's definitely still a net positive for the scene. The other part of the narrative that I don't think people are talking about, just because I don't know, right? Because it's not, like, malicious or anything, but JMR, Justin Miranda Radford, Radford. Am I crazy? Radford, right. So JMR is a super, super sweet kid, and he's very, very, very good at the game. Actually, I feel really bad. He always asks me at tournaments to play a set, and, like, the thing is, when I'm at a tournament, I don't want to play Pokemon, because I'm already, you know, like, I don't want to play any more Pokemon than I have to, because it's just a long day. I owe him a set. I actually do owe him a set. He let me borrow a DS once. JMR, I owe you a set. Anyway, so for those of you who don't know, Junior and Senior Division they have almost no streamed games outside of finals, right? Like, Masters Division will be streamed throughout the day, but Junior and Seniors, their only real moment is the finals. And why that's relevant here is that JMR, I remember watching before the match, and he has won, I believe, 21 regional championships. Like, and he hasn't been playing for that many years, I don't think. Maybe 2-3 years, maybe 4, but I don't think 4. Let's say 4 years, right? That would be an average of, like, almost 6 regionals, like more than 5 regionals a year, and I'm pretty sure it's closer to 3, which would mean he's won on average 3 regionals a year, which is ridiculous, right? And the reason why I brought up the streaming thing is that juniors and seniors, not their only real moment, but the biggest moment they have is the finals, because the way that Pokemon works is normally it goes TCG Juniors, TCG Seniors Finals, TCG Masters Finals, this is all Sunday, and then Juniors VGC Finals, Senior VGC Finals, Master VGC Finals. So everyone waiting for the Masters Division, which is seen as more of the main event, right? Nothing against the younger players, but I think it's just more what people recognize, and, you know, if people are going to watch the tournament, like, it's unlikely someone will watch Masters or Seniors and not Masters, whereas the reverse isn't true. But most people will watch the final matches of Juniors and Seniors while they wait for, especially if you're at the tournament. Like, if you're at the tournament, unless you, like, stayed up too late the night before, like, you're going to be watching Juniors and Seniors, and it's fun too. Like, you get to see them really, like, it's always great seeing really good Pokemon played by the younger divisions, like, and a lot of the time I find myself impressed. Like, for example, Senior Finals last year, Kareem versus Quentin, had some extremely high-level play, right? The reason this is all relevant is that those of us who have played VGC if this is not your first season of VGC and you've been to a tournament, you recognize JMR because he is so incredibly dominant and so unbelievably good at this game that, like, he's not someone you would expect to be playing in Seniors, I guess is what I'm saying. Because he's very, very good, and it's to the point where those of us who watch kind of expect. It's a lot of pressure on him, like, and it's not like we're saying this, but, you know, like, if someone was like, Wolf, you have your life depends on it, pick to the junior who's gonna win the next tournament, next junior division tournament, JMR in a heartbeat, right? Because, you know, 21 regional victories, right? He's won, I don't remember how many internationals, but I'm gonna say at minimum 3, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was like 6 or 7. He's an extremely, extremely dominant player in his division, and he's very good at the game, right? And so Simone pulled off an upset here, and it wasn't just like a, you know, oh, this player has been around longer, this player is more established. Like, there is nobody. JMR is the Ray Rizzo of the junior division and maybe more dominant, right? Like, it is rare that he does not win a tournament. And that's a big deal, right? Like, this isn't like a small, for the junior division, this isn't a small upset, right? This isn't like, oh, like, I recognize Wolf, but, like, I don't recognize his opponent, but, you know, his opponent's been playing for a while, or, like, even if this is, you know, the opponent's first tournament, like, it's not like I or anybody nowadays wins every tournament, right? It's not like anybody's even come close. And they have that in the junior division with JMR and how skilled he is and how good at this game he is. So, it's a big upset, right? And it's hard. Like, I really feel for JMR because when you like, it's kind of like it's a tough position to be in because everyone expects you to win, and so if you win, then, you know, like, it's no big deal, and if you lose, like, then it is a big deal, right? It has to be frustrating for him as well. But for Simone, it's not, yeah, like, it's she's you know, adorable, right? Like, the post-victory, that hug is so cute. It's like, and it's a very wholesome moment, and, oh, I'm really sorry, I totally lost my train of thought. I totally forgot where I was going with that. Yeah, but anyway, it's a really big deal for Simone, and she, you know, she had to be feeling the pressure as well going into this, right? Like, how do you feel when you're up against somebody who maybe feels unbeatable, right? Like, JMR at times has looked unbeatable, and so I don't know, to maintain your composure, to make that right read when the pressure's really on. I unfortunately didn't get to watch most of the set because I was setting up and I was coming back from somewhere. But even the end game, as you saw there, is so good, yeah, I don't know. I think it's a really big deal. Like, it's a big deal apart from all the press. Her play is, and you know, her story is really cool, and it's a story kind of about Pokemon as a whole, where it says you know, no matter how good you are, like, you can always be beaten, right? And that's something that I think a lot of us who have played for a while realize, right? Like, you can lose to anybody, and you know, anybody can, like, anyone can be skilled enough to win at this game. Not saying that Simone is like just like an anybody, but I guess I'm saying that, like, all that matters in the actual match. It doesn't matter how many tournaments you won before that. It just matters how you're playing right then. More so than other games, more so than Smash, right? Like, in my opinion. But anyway, so I think that's pretty much all I want to say. This is a little all over the place, but it's kind of my style. I'm really happy for Simone. And I'm happy for JMR as well. I mean, second place is still amazing, right? It's still really a really good finish, and I'm really happy that so many people are, you know, having their eyes on the scene. I will say, when I'm watching this, like, wait, okay, there's one more thing I want to say, which is I think it's really cool that Simone winning, obviously, like, so I don't know if I'm, like, allowed to talk about it. Not allowed, but, like, I guess what I'm saying is that, like, even though I'm not a woman, I think it's really cool that, like, we have representation in our game. I would love if it was more. I think gaming communities in general, like, suffer from a lack of, you know, representation. It's, you know, mostly men, and so I think it's really cool to have a woman, or maybe woman's not the right one, I don't really know, you know what I'm saying, like a girl winning a tournament, a major tournament. This is a really difficult tournament to win, an international, and it was commentated by two of the best commentators we have, in Gabby and Rose, both of whom identify as women. So I think that's really cool, like, just like as a nice storytelling aspect of it, and you know, like, the fact that Simone is a girl, like, it's not important to the fact that she, like it's not like she, like, everyone is, as far as I'm aware, equally good at Pokemon, like, regardless of gender, unless something crazy is going on, that's some crazy conspiracy, but, like, it doesn't, like, I don't know, I don't want to, like, her accomplishment is a big deal, not because she's a woman, is what I'm trying to say, like, you know, not because she's a girl, like, it doesn't matter. The accomplishment is a big deal regardless of her gender, but the fact, you know, it's still I think a nice thing, and it sends a nice message in general, as well, because she is a girl. Does that make sense? I'm really not great at talking about this kind of stuff. I feel kind of weird because, like, it feels weird for me to speak for women in the scene, since I am not a woman in the scene, you know. But I don't know. I think it's important to talk about and to at least get people thinking about. Because, yeah, I think it's really nice, and I don't know, I hope people get inspired by her story and by her journey, and I think it's nice I think diversity is important, and I think it's good to have some diversity, you know, some diversity. I think it's good to have diversity in you know, people doing well, obviously. So I think this is cool, even though it's the junior division, which doesn't normally get as much attention. Here we have kind of a case where I bet more people could tell me who won the junior division than the master division. So yeah. So anyway, I think that's all I want to say. Okay, the last thing I want to say is I do think it's I do wonder a little bit about, like, why did this one go viral, right? Is it because she's young? Because all the juniors are young, right? We've had you know, young players before, because every tournament somebody 10 or younger wins a tournament, because that's the junior division, right? So I do wonder, like, why, right? Like, I haven't seen, this is like almost Sajin level, right? Of virality, maybe not. Sajin was a lot when he won with Pachirisu, right? But I wonder, like, why is, like, there's not that much in this tweet that makes it that unique from other junior division tournaments, right? Except that she beat JMR, which is a huge deal, right? I'm not taking away from her victory, but I'm saying why. Like, it's interesting to think about, right? Like why is this the one that goes viral? And I'm super happy for her, but it makes it makes me wonder. Like, I didn't see anything about Marco winning. Like, I didn't see anything. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen something go this viral, so I do wonder why. Is it because she's so young? Is it because it's probably because she's so cute and the clip is really shareable? But I really don't know. So it's interesting to me, but I'm definitely not complaining. I think it's great. I'm happy for her, and I think it's great for all of us who play Pokemon, who are interested in Pokemon, that more people get exposure to this, and maybe we'll look into it. Though I wish it was clear that this is not that the majority of people who play are not children, but you can't win them all. And we'll take what we can get. So yeah, I think that's it. I know this video was like a little all over the place. I hope I didn't say anything. Like, I hope y'all know that even if I don't know if I said everything as well as I could have, but I hope y'all know my heart's in the right place. I think my heart's in the right place. I'm doing the best I can. I'm not the best at talking about some of this. Like, I'm not talking about Pokemon right now, so it's a little harder for me to form coherent thoughts, because obviously I have Pokemon brain, but that's it, whatever. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for the next video. Goodbye.